this Bloomberg Politics national poll. Phil mentioned earlier the thing that he would worry about if he were Hillary Clinton is some of the favorability numbers. I want you to dig into those favorability, unfavorability numbers and tell us what caught your eye.
Well, what caught my eye is the change. With the overall American public with Hillary Clinton, I mean, there's speculation about what the heck is going on with her campaign. Will Joe Biden get in? Her favorability numbers dropped 10 points. And when we look just at Democrats, because she's going to say, you know, my people are with me, and they are. She has a 70% favorability rating, but Joe Biden's is 80.
Right.
So he's really up there. Bernie Sanders is lower, but it's because 35% don't know enough to say how they feel about him yet on a national basis.
Now, 80% favorability for the vice president among Democrats is extremely high, and I would venture to say maybe as high or higher than it has ever been for Joe Biden. We don't have the records on this, but my guess is that that's true. How fast do you think that that number would drop once Biden got into this race?
Okay. Predictions are hard, especially about the future. It remains to be seen how he plays this game. It's all on him. He's done it twice before, and I think that gives him a big advantage. In fact, he's run against Hillary Clinton before, so he knows the game that he's getting into. He'll have thought that through.
People forget about that sterling 1% of the Iowa voters that he had in 2008.
Yes. When you dig in on Secretary Clinton's numbers, where is she losing support?
Well, she's actually lost some support among women, and this is supposed to be the group that's going to buoy her scores. She is down to having just a 4-point advantage over Bernie Sanders with women. She gets 35%, he gets 31% of women. Now, where have they gone?
Right.
They've gone, really, as far as I can tell, my speculation, into the not sure category. They're just backing off. It means that they're still there in order to be cultivated. They've not sworn allegiance to another candidate, but they're just holding their powder, I think, right now.
That seems like this gender thing seems surprising to me, because we've heard for months now, Bernie doing well with men, but not so well with women. Hillary doing better with women, but now they're basically running even with women. That seems kind of incredible to me.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's really kind of remarkable. Do you have any idea what might be driving that?
I think it is what the story has been all along. Yeah. And to me, just again as an observer, the preseason is over, and we're starting to see candidates dig in now and campaign for real. On the Republican side, it's meant a couple have left the race. On the Clinton side, it meant she's now talking policy in a way and holding events in a way she was not doing before. So game on.
We also asked people, Democrats and Republicans alike, everybody independents, we asked them all whether they thought Joe Biden should get in the race. What did we learn there?
This is one of the most fascinating findings in our poll, I think. 47% overall said he should get in. Well, you might think that's being driven by Democrats wishing for him to get in as an alternative. It's 52% of Democrats, not that much higher, and Republicans are right on the average, with 47% saying they wish Joe Biden could get in. My question for you is there a different rationale between Republicans and Democrats, each having a different advantage for him to get in?
Oh, I think there almost certainly is, just in the sense that I think Democrats who want to get him in want him to get in because they think they either want to vote for him or because they think he'd be good for the race and good for the competition. A lot of Republicans dismiss Joe Biden out of hand. You know, the Republican view of Joe Biden is he's a clown. So they may be registering some strategic voting in this case. What do you think about that, Phil?
I think that there's something to the fact that these Republicans want him to get in the race. I think they like that. I do want to ask one question, though, on the Pope. He's the most popular guy in the world, maybe. What stood out to you when you looked at those numbers?
Well, when we looked at the issues and where people think is a good direction for the Catholic Church to go, and you talked about this a little bit before, some of the issues that are more controversial, people really backed off of. And it wasn't, I looked at Catholics in terms of their view of this, and they line up pretty well. On climate change, it was a minority of Democrats who thought this was a good direction for the Catholic Church. So it really, he's not, I think, made the case on climate change as well as a church doctrine issue, and Democrats aren't buying it either.